GameTout! Welcome to GameTout, the show where I tout about video game topics that you want to know. Today's topic: do you think that Nintendo will do a 35th anniversary for The Legend of Zelda? So this has been a really depressing week because they discontinued the Super Mario 35 stuff. Like, they stopped selling the All-Stars with the 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy, and they also discontinued the Super Mario Brothers 35, which I went to go log in to play for the last time, and I totally forgot. I forgot to log in, and I tried to do it on April 1st to do one last game, and it said error, discontinued. So messed up. I don't know why Nintendo did that. That's another story. But do you think that they're gonna be doing that with Zelda? I don't know if they're gonna go in depth with it, but I do think that they are gonna do something with The Legend of Zelda Anniversary. You know, if you remember, 10 years ago, they did a Skyward Sword. It was the 25th anniversary, and they put little, little Easter eggs inside the game itself, like it's the 35th anniversary, and it's just like it was cool that they were kind of acknowledging that, The Legend of Zelda, it's a amazing franchise, and it's been here for 25 years. 35 to me, it's not really one of those milestones, but the thing is, they did that for Mario, so why not do it for Zelda? And if they're gonna do it any year, this would be the year to do it. So in my opinion, I do think that they are gonna do it, especially because of the lineup that they've shown so far. They really haven't shown too much on what's going on later in the year, which makes me think that they're gonna do something for the 35th anniversary. So let's go ahead and ponder and think about what may happen and when will they do it. So I know I made another video kind of discussing what they could do and stuff like this, but this is what I think, just based on how everything's kind of trending, what might happen in 2021. So I do actually think that they will announce this 35th anniversary, but I don't think that they're gonna be doing it until after Skyward Sword comes out. So I know that's kind of depressing to hear, but I think that they're gonna be announcing it late July or August, so that they could prep you up for the September releases. I do think that they are going to release a couple of the 3D games. I'm hoping that they do all four. I hope they do Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker. It would be amazing if they did it all in a collection. And I know, to me, again, I don't mind if they sell it for $100 if it was in a cool little, collector's edition, thing, and I don't know, some sort of pedestal for the Master Sword. I don't know what it would look like, but I don't know, a collection for those four games would just be amazing. I think if they do that, it's going to be one of those collector ones. It's going to be one of those things that they're only going to sell for a limited time, just like 3D All-Stars. I think it's going to be kind of like that. So will that happen? I'm almost positive that they will. Just by the way that they announced Skyward Sword, I feel like that's the direction that they're not showing all their cards just yet. And it's why not? I feel like it's because they typically always do this. If you ever notice, anytime they do any of these collections or anything announcement wise and stuff like that, they usually wait a month before it comes out. Let's just go for Mario, for example. They announced it in August, and it was released in September. They usually kind of wait for that time frame. It's just marketing wise and stuff like that, because again, fall is usually the big run for the holidays and stuff like that. So I think that they're trying to make it there. And plus, if you announce this too early, people might stray away from Skyward Sword. So right now, I think their big focus is they want people to buy Skyward Sword. So I don't think they're going to announce it until after. But is there anything other than the collection that I think is going to be released? Now, I think, in my personal opinion, I think that they're going to do the Oracles. the Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. I think that they are going to get that engine that they did on Link's Awakening and make those two versions of those games. I think it would be a bundle. I think it would be like all in one game. I don't think they would do it separately. But I think that they're gonna release those games. I don't know. That's just my hunch. That's a lot of games. I know I'm saying like, you know, that Nintendo, usually they only give us like, you know, a little bit, you know, and like, I don't know. I just feel like this would be the thing. Now, what can they do like with like, you know, Super Mario Brothers 35? Do you think that they're gonna do something, you know, like multiplayer wise, like a, you know, like a battle royal type? I don't think they're gonna do a battle royal. You know, it's possible, but for some reason, I have a feeling that they're gonna release a 4 swords type thing. And instead of 4 swords, maybe they'll just have like way more swords. And basically like maybe like you're with a team and then basically you have to like do stuff and all the other teams like kind of collide against each other and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. That way I could see like a battle royal, but I think it's gonna be more involved with like, you know, you need to help each other, but at the same time try to attack each other, kind of like 4 swords. I don't know. That one's kind of like a stretch, but for some reason, if they do something like multiplayer wise, I think that they're gonna go straight into there. And the last thing I want to talk about is, of course, the sequel to Breath of the Wild. So this is the one that everybody wants, right? You know, like, is it gonna come out in 2021? I don't know. Like, with all those like names and all those things that like were being said out loud, I personally don't think so, unless it's early in the year, next year, maybe like March or something like that. But like, I still feel like it's gonna be towards like the end of the year. And the only thing that I can think of is possibly it being released and kind of rushed a little bit to be released in November if they decided to release the Switch Pro. I personally think that that's the reason why they didn't they haven't shown anything since E3 2 years ago, is because I feel like that they're using the Pro to get the best graphics. And of course, if you're going to show the game off, you're not going to show it with because there's going to be 2 versions of the game, or at least they'll be able to be used on both of them. And you're not going to show the one that has a degraded graphics or anything like that, like the processing power that's not as good. You're going to show the one that is like running smooth on the new system. And the thing is, that's a perfect way to sell the Switch Pro. So I think if the Pro is to come out this year in November, they're going to show Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 alongside it. And so if they do that, I do think it's going to be in June that they're going to show that. Now, they could wait until September, but for some reason, I think just with like all like the leaks and stuff of like them preparing for everything, I think that they're going to try to do it like simultaneously as soon as possible. And June seems like a likely time slot for that. But I don't know. I would be pretty excited, even if they said, hey, here's the game. The game's still not being released until March, or maybe they, delay the Pro even, or, till March or something like that. Maybe they have another game, like maybe they're gonna do Odyssey 2 that's coming out in November, and so that they can delay, Zelda like a little bit more, so, or not delay, but like, continue working on it. But they did show off the graphics power and get people hyped up for it so it could be released next year. Because to me, I feel like because they're using the same engine and all that stuff, like I feel like they can be at a place of releasing the game this year. But I think the Pro, they're trying a little bit of new stuff, and they're trying to, figure out, what they can utilize with that if it's going to be released this year. So that's at least what I'm thinking. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that that's way too much Zelda stuff for a 35th anniversary? Do you even think that they're gonna release anything besides Skyward Sword? Leave your comment in the comments. You know the drill. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Later. Ow!